And while we're on the subject of writers, it is National Encourage a Young Writer Day. In today's world where teens are more concerned about watching YouTube videos or being on social media, teaching a child to write can be really a lifelong lesson. And our Poet Laureate, Poet Laureate. I just made it fancier, but incorrect. Maria Silva is out there. You got lots of books behind you, Maria.
Okay, I'm no poet laureate, but I have a very special guest. You have to stick around. I'm going to try to be a poet right now. Let's see how it goes. Let the moon be your DJ, the stars your disco lights, and dance to the crashing of waves. Grab a plastic bucket, build a sandcastle, name it after a loved one who has passed. Watch the tide wash it away, accept that all things are temporary, except love. These are the beautiful words of a real live poet laureate, Vogue Robinson, right here. Come on over. She was joking around that I was a poet laureate. Far from it. You are officially our poet laureate.
Yes, definitely. I'm the second one, so it's a great honor.
And how did this all come to be?
I applied. You turn in 10 pages of your poetry and kind of give them a plan for what you want to do with the position, and in that way you then have a group of people who decide you're allowed to be the poet laureate.
Oh, you're so talented, and this is for Clark County in Las Vegas?
Yeah, for Clark County in Las Vegas. It's the greater area. My friend was like, well, how big is Clark County? And I look at the map and I go, everything the light touches.
I love it. And you're so talented. This is one of your beautiful poems. I can't wait to hear a little bit more from you. And let's really talk about today, of course. We're talking about encouraging kids to write, and you have such a wonderful story on how you got started.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of my writing comes from my grandmother, but one of the other major reasons that I became a writer is I had a 6th grade teacher who would let us write in journals every single day, and she would write back to us. And during that time, my grandmother and my mom were kind of having a custody battle over me. If I wouldn't have had that journal to write in, and if I wouldn't have had her responding back and forth, I might have lashed out, I might have been really angry or sad, and she wouldn't have known. I would have just been this child who acts out. So I'm really appreciative of her time.
And let's talk about now, you're paying it forward. How are you helping kids in Southern Nevada really discover a love of writing, a love of reading?
Oh my goodness, so many things. Well, one of the major things is we're standing in JANCO Bookstore. This bookstore is actually the brainchild of Christina Benton, and she's graciously let me come on. We are going to be able to focus a lot more on children's activities. We want to read to children in this space and also kind of throw children's birthday parties centered around books.
I love that idea. Okay, and where exactly you're located, and give us your website, because I've been walking around. I've been here for about half an hour, and I'm like in awe, because to me there's nothing like holding a book in your hand and opening it up.
For sure. I think kids especially still really appreciate that. We're at 2202 West Charleston Boulevard. We're right on Charleston and Rancho. We share with the Omelet House, so eat breakfast and come over. And the website is jancobookstore.com. And also poetrypromise.org is a great place to look, as we do go into classrooms and teach poetry as well.
Oh, I love it. And like I said, we're in the presence of greatness, our poet laureate. So I'm going to let you read a little bit. Try to do it. I failed miserably. So these are your beautiful words. Take it away.
Thank you. That pressure. This is the poem called Aunt Juanita. I'm going to share just the end of it. Aunt Juanita, I'm sorry I took your silence as a signal that you had nothing to say when you spoke in so many ways. Crisscross crochet needles to your own rhythm, spoken pastels, oil paints, and canvas, in rocking chair sways and whispers between my cousins, laughing at inside jokes, forming bonds with them I'll never understand. You spoke in American Sign Language, making sure your daughter never felt alone or neglected, and taught her how to speak for herself.
Oh, I love it so much. Such an honor again to be with you. And again, give us your website real quick.
That'd be jancobookstore.com and poetrypromise.org.
All right, guys, so I'm going to continue to explore this beautiful bookstore. Over to you guys.
Oh, I love that, Maria. Thank you so much. I know she can't see, but I want to say thank you in American Sign Language back to her for that lovely read this morning. Thanks so much.